Ooh, I have the vanishing stare. Yup. What a plot twist. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's gonna happen. Oh my god, I'm gonna get scared. I don't like it. Hello everybody, it's Sara. Welcome back. Today I'm super excited because I'm coming at you with one of my favorite tags, and that is the Finally Fall book tag. In case you don't know, fall is my favorite time of the year. I love it so much. I love when it starts to get a little bit colder outside and the leaves start to change colors and all of that, and Halloween and spooky seasons and witchy things everywhere. I just love it so much. So that is why this tag is one of my absolute favorites. So yeah, without any further ado, I am ready to talk all things cozy and fall. I have my little leaves. I'm wearing this very comfortable shirt. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump into all of the prompts. The first one is, in fall the air is crisp and clear. Name a book with a vivid setting. And for this first prompt, I decided to go with Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. If you don't know, in this book we follow Laszlo Strange, our main character, who is an orphan, and he has become a scholar over the year, and he is obsessed with this lost city called the City of Weep. Nobody truly remembers what Weep is, and so people kind of make fun of him because they think that he has this weird obsession with something that isn't even real, until a delegation from said city arrives in this city and they ask Laszlo to come with them because they have a problem that they need to solve over there, and that is why basically they disappeared from the face of the earth. I love this book so much because of the characters, because of the story, and because of Laini Taylor's beautiful writing, but one of the things that really stood out to me when I first read it is how vivid the entire atmosphere is. It is just so beautiful and whimsical, and you really feel like you're in there with all of the characters, exploring this whole new world with them. The story is also full of angst, full of mysterious characters that you don't really know if you can trust, and also it has a great and very sweet romance, but really the atmosphere is absolutely incredible. The writing is super beautiful, so that is why I think that this book is perfect for this very specific prompt. The second prompt is, nature is beautiful but also dying. Name a book that is beautifully written but also deals with a heavy topic like grief or death. For this prompt, I decided to go with Lovely War by Julie Berry. This is a historical fiction set up in World War I, in which we follow 4 different characters from very different backgrounds as they are basically struggling to live through this war. But the twist with this one is that their story is actually told from the perspective of Aphrodite, the Greek goddess of love. So if that doesn't already sound absolutely amazing to you, I don't know what will push you to read this book more. The writing in this one is absolutely beautiful. There were so many beautiful quotes that I just wanted to highlight over and over. Also, obviously, because it deals with war, it talks about some very heavy topics like grief and death and just violence, and it's so beautiful but also very sad, which is one of the main reasons why I love this book so much, because it just leaves you with this bittersweet feeling because you love all of those characters so much and they're all so good and sweet to each other, but some terrible things happen to them, so you just can't help but feel everything, which you all know I absolutely adore when it comes to reading. I love to feel all of the feelings, and if you're like me, I definitely feel like you would really love this one. Also, if you're Greek mythology trash just like I am, this will be even better. Then the next prompt is, fall is back to school season. Share a non-fiction book that taught you something new. And for this one, I decided to go with How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. This is a book that talks about what being an anti-racist means and how to actively try and make the world a better place in your everyday life, but also by voting for policies that you think are anti-racist and defending some ideas that you think are right. This book definitely taught me some new things, and it also captivated me from page 1, and one of the things that I love the most about this one in particular is the structure, because it is divided by different topics. So for example, some of the chapters include topics such as power, biology, culture, behavior, stuff like that. So I think that it's very interesting that he focuses on a certain topic in every chapter, and it definitely kept me engaged. This book is absolutely incredible, and it is super approachable while also being very complex, which is why I think it is definitely one of my favorites. Then the next prompt is, in order to keep warm it's good to spend some time with the people we love. Name a fictional family slash household slash friend group you'd like to be a part of. And I feel like for this one, if you know me, you've probably already guessed which book I'm going to be mentioning, and that book is the graphic novel series Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. What a plot twist. In this graphic novel series, we follow Nick and Charlie as they become friends and fall in love, which is in and of itself absolutely sweet and perfect, and I love these two boys so much. But what I also love about this book is the amazing friend group that we have in this story. I just love all of their dynamics. I love that they're not perfect and they're messy, but they also care so much about each other, and they're just so freaking sweet. And yes, I just really wish that I could spend one day with all of them and just have fun, and I just love them so much. They make me so happy. So they are definitely very heartwarming and great, and so I, as always, would highly recommend Heartstopper because it's just so perfect and so much fun and cute and sweet, and read it, please. Then the next prompt is: the colorful leaves are piling up on the ground. Show us a pile of fall-colored spines. This is one of my favorite questions from this tag because I think that it's just so much fun to try and see how many red books I own. So we have those two, we have this one, I have this one. I'm just gonna do full-on red this year because I'm feeling like it. What else do we have here? Ooh, I have the Vanishing Stare. Yup. Kingsbane. Ooh. There we go. Just a bunch of red books. I don't know why I decided to go all red, but I was just feeling it. So yay! There are also a couple of very good recommendations for fall in this, so, you know, just take a look. Then the next prompt is: fall is the perfect time for some storytelling by the fireside. Share a book wherein somebody is telling a story. When I was coming up for answers for all of these prompts, this one was super easy because I knew immediately which book I wanted to talk about for this prompt, and that book is The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. If you don't know about The Starless Sea, in this one we follow our main character Zachary, who is a student at university, and one day he finds this very weird book in the university's library in which he finds a story from his own childhood that nobody is supposed to know about except for himself. So Zachary obviously is slightly freaked out but also very intrigued, so he follows the clues that lead him to this very strange underground library, and I don't think that you should know more about this book before going into it because that is just the fun of it. The Starless Sea is one of my favorite standalones of all time. I just love it so much, and storytelling plays such a big role in that story, as you can probably guess, and it is just so well done. This book is really a book that talks about the power of books and the power of words and of stories, and it's just so absolutely incredible, and it is super fascinating from page one. All of the stories in this are just absolutely amazing, and it's a story within a story within a story, and honestly, if you love storytelling and stories intertwine within one another, you will absolutely love this. Then the next prompt is: the nights are getting darker, share a dark, creepy read. I really do not read a lot of creepy books because I get scared of everything and I don't like it. So I don't really have a creepy book to recommend, but I really want to talk about a very dark book which also has some good kind of spooky elements. Maybe they're not creepy to you, but they were definitely a little bit creepy to me. So yeah, that book is The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. So in this book we follow two characters, Sean and Puck, as they are competing against each other in the Scorpio Races. And the Scorpio Races are this event that take place on their island each year in the beginning of September, in which people ride those horses called the Kapel Ishka, which are basically water horses that eat human flesh. So, you know, it's a very dangerous competition to be in. Sean is participating because he is the son of a very famous Kapol Ishka writer and he wants to keep his family's legacy alive. And then Puck is participating because she wants to basically save her family because they desperately need the money that the price of the race would give her. I could also have mentioned this book when we talked about some vivid atmosphere earlier because it is very, very gloomy and kind of spooky, and it has this isolated island vibe that I really, really loved. But it also had certain scenes that really reminded me of jump scares in horror movies because I remember vividly listening to the audiobook at some point and there was a scene that really spooked me to my core. I was just probably like sitting in the bus or something like that and listening to the audiobook and being like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's gonna happen, oh my god, I'm gonna get scared, I don't like it. So yeah, that's why I wanted to recommend this book for this specific prompt, not because it's very scary all the way or because it's horror, because it obviously is not, but really because certain scenes made me very, very stressed out and it kind of reminded me of horror movies. And also, it has some very disturbing scenes when it comes to some weird folklore that is explored in this story, which I really, really loved. And it just gives you this like weird sense of unease, especially with those like carnivorous horses. It's just very dark and strange. And so that's why I really, really loved it. And that is also why I wanted to recommend it if you want to be like a little bit spooked. Just a little bit spooked. Then the next prompt is, the days are getting colder. Share a short, heartwarming read that could warm up somebody's cold and rainy day. For this prompt, I decided to go with one of my favorites, and that book is Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. This book is an adult contemporary romance in which we follow the first son of America and the Prince of England as they hate each other and then fall in love with one another. It's very, very popular, so obviously I think that you have heard about it before, but it is just so funny and so heartwarming and hopeful and sweet, and so that is why I think it would definitely warm up your day. Also, it is just the kind of book that I absolutely flew through because I just wanted to know what was going to happen, and I just loved all of the characters so much, and I just couldn't stop laughing the entire time. Really, this is just the most enjoyable book ever. It's so much fun. It is also sometimes completely ridiculous and over the top in the best way possible. And if you just want to have a good time, laugh, and swoon a couple of times, then I would definitely recommend this one. Then the next prompt is, fall returns every year. Name an old favorite that you'd like to return to soon. And for this one, I decided to go with Still Life by Louise Penny. In case you don't know, I'm like the biggest Louise Penny fan on the entire planet. I love her books so much. And basically this series is a mystery series in which we follow our main character Armand Gamache, who is the chief inspector of the Sûreté du Québec. And basically we follow him and his team as they go around and solve murder. And it's actually a crime that I haven't reread the entire series. I've reread the first 3 books a couple of times. Last time I think was in December 2018 maybe. And yeah, so it's been a while and I just really want to reread this entire series because it brings me so much joy, even if it talks about murder, because I just love the characters so much. The setting is super great and Louise Penny has just this amazing writing that I cannot stop gushing over. I just love her writing so much. It brings me so much joy and comfort, and I definitely need that right now, so I do think that I'm going to be rereading this series very soon. Then the next prompt is, fall is the perfect time for cozy reading nights. Share your perfect cozy reading accessories. I'm not really the kind of person who has like a reading ritual. Like, I don't really light up a candle or have a cup of tea whenever I'm reading. I just honestly like sit down somewhere, open a book and start reading. But whenever it gets colder outside, I really love to wear some big cardigans. I have this one, which is literally the thing that I live in during the colder months. I wear this like all the time. It's very old. It's also full of my hair because I leave my hair everywhere I go, but I just love it. It's very cozy. It keeps me warm. It does the job. So, you know, that would be like one of my reading accessories. And because I'm such a fan of cardigans, I also got this one not too long ago. I thrifted it for like $5, which was amazing. It's this very oversized pink and striped cardigan, and I really love it. The next thing that I could consider a reading accessory, but really I'm also living into these right now, are my reading socks from Indigo. They're just these very big, cozy socks. They're like super fluffy on the inside. They're so comfortable and they really do keep my feet warm. So yeah, would highly recommend going to Indigo and getting yourself a pair because they're just so great. And then finally, the last prompt of this tag is to share the fall joy and tag people. And I decided that because we are all such fall enthusiasts, I wanted to tag all of my lovely co-hosts from the Tea Leaves Book Club. So I am tagging Hilary from Melted Books, Sofia from Sofiareads, and Mary from Mary Among Stories. But that is it for this tag. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!